We have also an amazing student, our colleague here, who've gone through whatever we've been talking about, mental wellness. Kindly help me invite Okero Andrew to the front. Yeah, you're welcome.
Good afternoon, folks. Thank you so much again for making time for this wonderful occasion. My name is Andrew Okero. I am a journalist by training and I'm a businessman as well. And I really appreciate the presentation that we have received from our able and exemplary presenters that we have had here. Maybe just to say a bit about my progress, about my journey, how it has been from the time I started. Personally, I had a passion in journalism. I was so determined to be a great journalist, and I still have that same thing. But again, where I started from really defines how I got myself into this place. I started my school in 2015. That's when I joined Technical University of Mombasa. But from that time, honestly, I happened to join KBC for my internship. I'm a mafunzo tarajali. And then in that process, I received a sense of embarrassment, which really happened to motivate me this day, even when I'm really explaining this story to you guys. I don't know if how you feel, especially when you're so passionate about something, let's say about journalism, because I'm really madly in love with this course and I really wanted to be somebody, outspoken journalist out there. In that process, I'm born in Kisii, and you all know that when it comes to journalism, you have to be good in English, you have to be good in Swahili, you have to have good eloquence in that process. But mine was different, honestly. I had full accent, my Kisii nature had to come out when I was speaking, and this really embarrassed me at many times. But you see, again, it was not my mistake. It's just nature, right? So when I went to KBC in Mombasa, all I went to the news department. It's very embarrassing, folks, sitting like you're sitting there as an intern. You're not doing anything, you're not producing anything, not because you can't. You have the passion, you're so hardworking, but again, they cannot give you that chance because they say like, hey, you know what, young man, we can't allow you. I mean, you have accent, manze, hatuwezi kukusaidia. It's such an embarrassing moment. But again, nilikaa hapo muda mrefu for actually 3 months. You know, I really wanted to appear on TV one day. It has been my dream. So it came one day, I'm just remaining with 1 month, then I get out. One of the head of technician and also a camera person by the name of Okero happened to tell me, like, you know what, Andrew, I want us to get out there in the field and do a vox pop, voice of the people. It was actually a budget which was to be read the following week. So my duty was to hold the microphone to the people we are going to talk to. And as I was doing that, just before we got back to the station, I told this guy, can I ask you something, please, briefly? Akaniambia, yes, what can I do for you, Okero? I said, naomba unisikize kama babangu. If you can allow me, I know I can't get that chance to be on air, but just allow me niwe kama mkazi wa Mombasa, ili nitoe maoni. Why was he doing that? I just wanted to appear on TV. That's what it's called passion. This guy really aliniangalia, and then he said, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I became a resident in Mombasa. Then I talked about the whole issue, about the budget and everything. And this guy made sure that the clip is actually sent to the headquarters in Nairobi. And I appeared on TV. And I was happy. But again, in that process, I wanted to present news. I wanted to report on news. But nobody was there to support me. Nobody was there to help me. Nobody was there to motivate me on what I'm supposed to do. Nobody was there to tell me that you need to do practice. You need to read many books. It was very unfortunate for me. So I finished from Mombasa. Hata kama ni sehemu ya Kiswahili, nikawa sijui Kiswahili kwa sababu ya ule ushamba ambao niliokuwa nao. Kisha baadaye nikaja Nairobi, Multimedia University of Kenya. I must say, guys, if you don't mind, just clap for Multimedia, please. Multimedia has changed my life a big deal. And I'm telling you, Multimedia University, we are very lucky when it comes to media. This radio station that we have here, it has really enlightened me a great deal. It has supported me so much because I could read news every day at 7 p.m. before I go home. In that process, internship came. Then I was so lucky to work at Citizen TV as an intern. It was such a great moment, nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu hiyo. But guys, let me tell you something. Citizen TV, you all know that it's a big station and it's one of the #1 local station that we have around. So in that process, consequently, it's very hard for them to give you a chance to go on air, especially as an intern. We were actually 9 of us. So one thing happened, and I really thank God to date. We were given time to introduce ourselves. You know, it's the first time that you are seeing Jeff Koinange for the first time in person. Lulu, Rashid Abdallah, and the likes of them, people you have been really watching for over the time now. Somebody like Nimrod Tabu, mtu ambaye nimekuwa nikimwangalia kwa muda mrefu. So it came that time and then we went to introduce ourselves. I am with some university students from Daystar, USIU, very good media institutions we have around. And I asked God something. Guys, let me tell you, I asked God something kimoyomoni, nikamwambia, you know what, just God make me unique. And I am telling you, God answered my prayer. I was given the last chance to introduce myself. You know, we were in an editorial meeting. It was actually 3 p.m. And then my time came. Everybody introduced themselves using the language they know, and that is English. But because for me, I never knew anything to do with English, I had to use my local Swahili. I remember what I said, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Mimi naitwa Okero. Nimetokea kule chuo kikuu cha Multimedia. Nimeingia kwenye kitengo cha habari kwa maana ya news department. Kusema kweli nimefurahi ajabu kujiunga nanyi mabingwa kwa mara ya kwanza, watu ambao siku zote tumekuwa tukiona kwenye runinga. Kwa hiyo nina furaha kujifunza kutoka kwenu. Labda niseme tu kitu kimoja alichoniambia mamangu, kwamba ukiona maharagi yameiva basi makaa yameteketea sana, na kama umeshinda kukoma basi angalau komaa. I'm telling you, I said that and they clapped for me. Yeah, they clapped for me. Jamila Mohammed, who is the managing editor for Swahili, she stood immediately and said, you know what? Kitengo cha Kiswahili nafikiri muda huu mtakuwa na shida sana, sarcastically. So after the meeting, she called me and she told me, you know what? Napenda umilisi wako wa lugha. Napenda Kiswahili chako. Nikamwambia nashukuru. Akaniambia, you know what you're gonna do? Tomorrow, you do the voice test. Utaenda sound booth and then we're gonna test your voice and test your writing skills. And that's what happened, folks. Kesho yake nikafanyiwa interview, nikafanyiwa voice test. Baada ya siku moja tena, Jamila Mohamed akaniambia, sikia, sidhani kama kuna sababu ya kukuzuia usiende hewani. And guys, that's how I got myself working for Citizen as an intern, doing several stories, being on the prime time, saa moja, something which is very, very hard for that process. But I can tell you as well that challenges are part of the process. Because again, nilichukiwa sana na watu wengi, especially the interns I was working with, because they couldn't get that opportunity. What am I trying to say? What I'm saying is that it's not all about tomorrow. It's about yesterday. If you cannot remember where you come from, then definitely you'll get lost where you're heading to. And obviously I can tell you in Swahili kwamba ng'ombe wa mbele ndiye anayechelewesha msafara, lakini yule ng'ombe wa nyuma ndiye anayepokea bakora. So in that process, you reach in a position whereby people will hate you, people will not like you for some reasons, but again, you must tell yourself, you know what? It's not about them, it's about me. You know what? It's not about their career, it's about my career. From the time COVID-19 came about, wakati nilikuwa citizen, I was doing Swahili, pure Swahili peke yake, kwa sababu Kiingereza sikuwa najua. I couldn't construct some words in English. So wakati COVID uviko 19 imekuja, ikabidi nikaondoka citizen, tukaambiwa kwamba, you know guys, you have to get out. But I'm happy for one thing, that they put me on the data bank. The data bank is whereby they appreciate your work. They recognize your work for some reasons, for the time they get an opportunity. So guys, pray for me. Amen?
Amen.
Yeah, so I finished from there. Then I went home because I had no choice. I went home, and in that process, baada ya miezi miwili, Frederick Mwitiriri, who was then working as Inoro TV presenter, who is now the Switch TV boss, actually called me and told me, what, and where are you? I told them, I'm at home. And why can't you come to Nairobi? Come and work with us. So I went to Switch TV. Na Switch TV kanisaidia sana kujua Kiingereza. And in that process, I've been working for Switch TV from July until December last year. And it was such a great moment until I said, my mentor advised me, my mentor Catherine Mwati advised me that, you know what, you need to come back and finish school before you proceed. That is my process of broadcast. But again, there's something I really want to tell you guys, just as our Naftal actually spoke to us about. You might have a big talent. Unaweza kuwa na talent kubwa sana. Lakini mwisho wa siku, you also need to feed the stomach. You also need to do ABCD. You also need to grow up your mind. You also need to expand your ideologies. And that's how I happened to start my business. I started a business called Daylight Skincare, where I'm a CEO. How I started it is very funny, because my father used to send me school fees. And that time he sent me 40,000 bob. And I said, you know what? I have 2 months before I finish the semester. What am I going to do? I picked 10,000 from that school fees. And I said, God willing, I'm just going to return that money. Sometimes unakuwa na imani too, for whatever reasons. I picked 10,000 bob, I paid 30,000. What I did with this money, I started the business in October, in the beginning, last year. And until this time, to be honest, God is my witness, I've collected more than 200,000 bob. I swear before God. How I started it is very funny, and I prayed so much. I ventured more into beauty and cosmetic products, something which most people really, want to go to. I have products, if I have a page online actually, which is doing very well and has grown widely. It's called Daylight Skincare, which deals with beauty products, dealing with pimples, black spots, dark and dead skin, sunburns, windburns, and even to do with even the skin tone and enhancing the softening and smoothing of the body skin. Guys, it does not mean that I've stopped my talent. I practice every day. I used to practice kama mwenda wazimu. Just before I came to Nairobi, I have my brother who lives in Mombasa. Because I was almost getting into depression, honestly. But in that process, because I felt like I'm just nothing, there's nobody who's recognizing me, I'm just a nobody. Wakati unapenda kitu and there is nobody who is recognized, there's no one who is recognizing you, it feels bad. What did I do? I went to a station called Boss Radio. It's existing. Wakanichukua kwa Voice Test in Mombasa. And you see, this is a station ambayo iko na watu wa Mombasa peke yake. So they gave me time, wakaniambia, Okero, umekuja kutafuta kazi, eh? Sawa, ingia sound booth. Nikasoma. Bosi akaniambia, jamaa fulani mkubwa anaitwa Morris Mbesa. Akaniambia, I'm so sorry. We can't have you here. Aki, your accent is just massive. We can't hold this. I asked him one thing. Sir, what do you think I can do? Akaniambia, I don't know, but I think if you can practice, then you can do it maybe. If you can't, then try something else. I told him, you know what? Can I ask a favor? Kasema, what? Give me 3 weeks. Are you serious? Yes, give me 3 weeks. I asked my brother, you know what? If you don't mind, buy for me some 2 mirrors and placed them on the wall. He had a house in Mombasa. Oh, seriously? Yes. He bought them for me. That's why to date I'm madly in love with mirrors. What I could do with the mirrors, ningesimama mbele ya zile vioo, and then I could present news every day. Folks, every day. One day I'd must work for BBC Swahili because I love that station so much. So I could stand. Hujambo na karibu katika idhaa ya Kiswahili ya BBC ikikuletea dakika 30 za habari, uchambuzi na vile vile maoni yako. Mimi naitwa Okero nikiwa London. I could do that every day. I could go to the station, pick the because for them they used to print the copies. I could take them, very many of them. Naenda nyumbani, nasoma. Because they could allow me to get into the station, but not just going on air. Maybe assisting on some editing part. That is it. So I could go with the hard copies, nasoma, na practice every day. Hadi saa 7 ya usiku. Na kesho asubuhi saa 1 niko kazini. After a while, the third week came, and this guy told me, you know what? I told him, I think I'm ready. The third week is here. I think I'm ready. Are you even serious, Okero? I said, yes. I believe in myself and I believe in God. So wakaniambia on Saturday, saa 7 kamili utaenda hewani. Uende utasoma taarifa. So I came just as usual. I prepared my stories. I went through my stories, not knowing that we go to the station, we have a newsroom and we have the live air studio. So kumbe walikuwa hapa newsroom without my knowledge. Even those people when walikuwa off hiyo siku, they actually came. Because kuna Majikenda, Wagriama, watu ambao wanajua Kiswahili. Wakaja, including the boss, kusikia kwamba anafanya nini hewani. So wakati niliingia nikauliza Mungu wangu, please don't embarrass me, God. And God gave me the check and the courage. I'm there reading news. Zimetimo saa 7 kamili ikiwa ni chanuko la Boss Radio. Kuna mengi tumekuandalia lakini kwanza tupate muhtasari wake. Nikasoma taarifa. Have you ever done something and you feel like you've done it well? Nikasoma taarifa ya kwanza, mtiririko mzuri, taarifa ya pili, ya 3 na ya 4, alafu nakamilisha anasema basi asante sana msikilizaji kwa kuungana nami katika chanuko la Boss Radio, ila nikuage tu kwa msemo kwamba mvuta bangi wasikitikia wala ambao wanailani bangi ili hali hata siku moja hajawahi kujaribu. Mimi naitwa Okero. And I finished. Guys, I was moving out of the stairs and actually the boss hugged me. Akasema, you know what? Hakuna kitu ambacho hakiwezekani kwenye dunia. You can make it. I stayed there for a month and then I got a letter from Multimedia. God is good. I found the radio. Then I started practicing. I just connected very, very fast. And that's me today. So it's not easy. It must be a process. It must be a journey. But again, you're the driver of this journey. That's what I can say. Labda kama kuna mtu ana swali, I'll be very willing to respond. Yeah. I'm a young journalist, and I hope one day I'll be in a position like our brother Lad Madogo. Amen? Yeah, for sure. There's nobody, I'm telling you, there's no kwamba kuna lazima nikuwa na Godfather. No! Citizen mimi sikuwa na mama yangu pale. Citizen mimi sikuwa na mtu. But it's just believing in yourself and feel like, yes, I can do it. I can do it. I feel like I have the passion. I feel like I have the capability. Yes, I will do it. Yeah. So, kama kuna mtu ana swali pengine.
Yeah, ni wakati wa kuuliza maswali.
Oh, and one thing again, for those who want to do broadcast media anyway, I am telling you that it's better for you to be a bilingual journalist. A bilingual journalist means that you have to be good in both languages. Why? Quite a number of people are graduating from universities. For you to get that chance, acha kusema kwamba Jeff Koinange atagraduate ama atatoka huko lini so that I can get that chance. No! Many stations are really coming up. Jeff Koinange was there even before you. Atakuepo, hata kama atakuepo, you'll get somewhere else. Or you'll get the same station, but come out in your own way, in your own formula, and you'll also make it. You know, Larry Madowo just started from KTN, NTV, BBC, CNN. So it's not all about the circle that you have to move around. It's about the best thing you can do. I wish if the Nini was working, if the projector was working, I could show you the work that I did. Recently I worked with I've worked with African Censored. There's a project, actually, they hired me to voice for them. It's a defilement story. from the time COVID-19 came about. I'll send one of you links and then you can share to them. It's one of the saddest story I ever did, because hearing those children talk to me, because I'm ventured into more of human interest, investigative stories, I felt bad for them. But again, it's the world that we live in. Yes.
Yeah, kama kuna swali ya kuuliza Andrew, kindly ask him.
Nashukuru sana kama mmenielewa. I must say thank you so much, Doris, again with your team for inviting me. Labda niwage tu kwa msemo tu kwamba mkata kuni asizoee shoka tu. Mwambie ajifunze kukata na kwa mikono pia, maana siku hazifanani. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. He has a great story, enye kila mtu hapa tumegundua kwamba we have to work hard. Hata kama hakuna mtu wa kukusupport, you just have to be you, know what you want, stay focused na keep practicing. Tumeambiwa there's difference between learning and education. Keep learning every day. Yeah. And kindly keep still clap for Andrew. It was amazing, guys. Yeah, and